What's up everyone, bringing you some more Gundam Evolution gameplay. Gonna be playing as Methuss this time on Flak Fort, and I think the last time I did a Methuss video, which was quite a while ago, I think it was also on Flak Fort, and that's just because I really like this map for Methuss, especially on defense. I think Methuss, at least with the way I play them, in a more defensive, just kind of try and hang back and make sure everyone's getting healed and then drop damage when the enemy pushes in, not playing necessarily as aggressively. I just like playing Methuss, you know, on defense in general with that kind of play style. But I think maps like Flak Fort, where you start off kind of defending a high ground position, it's also something I really like. I've kind of noticed that because like Flak Fort, Missile Base are both maps where whenever I start off on defense, I just really want to pick Methuss, and I couldn't really think of why, and I think that's a big part of the reason. You know, Colony Trading Post is also one, not as much, but that does also have the high ground start, so I think that's the recurring theme between them, and Flak Fort is probably the best example of that, because not only do you have the first point starting off defending the high ground, but after they get through that, they also have to push up that hill to get to the high ground, and then even if they get past the hill, there's still high ground areas you can kind of hold. And those make for good spots, just kind of hang out and get heals as long as your teammates are up there with you. Get those twin shots down onto them, maximizing that splash damage and firing from above. And usually there's good spots to put the turret as well, so I think that's why those are some of my favorite maps. But like I said, it's usually when I start off in the defense, because I do switch suits in between offense and defense sometimes, and I definitely switch when a certain suit is not working that well. But as long as I'm playing decently okay, I usually try and stick with one suit throughout the whole match. So if I'm starting on defense, that does often mean that I'll be sticking with Methuss throughout the whole thing on these types of maps. So we'll have to see if that is the case here. Sometimes I think on Flak Fort in particular, I have sometimes gone Unicorn on offense, but we do have another Unicorn player with me already, so we're rocking that double healer, and right here getting the repair on him, keeping them alive. Unfortunately, I do go down. Got a few people here to body block. Dom does miss one rocket on me, and it looks like I'm gonna be okay. So both teams are running the Confer. I think this particular recording was early on in the season, so this was definitely, if someone's picking Confer in every game, and if it's not you picking it immediately, you're probably never gonna get to pick it. So yeah, we do have both the Confers. I haven't had too much trouble with him yet so far, but he can be a big threat if he gets in on Methuss. You know, it's hard for you to kill him quickly. If you're not staying too close to your turret, it might be able to get off a decent amount of damage, and since he is kind of squishy in general, can't help with that. But we do have our G maneuver ready already, first one available, although Unicorns is about to come up. And unfortunately, we don't have a lot of good targets here. Normally, if we have a gun tank, that's kind of my go-to target for Methuss. Pal Rider is also fantastic. Really just people who I feel like have strong guaranteed damage, and gun tank is literally guaranteed unless they die, unless they just take their finger off, you know, the shoot button or something like that. Pretty much guaranteed. But here we don't really have anyone good for that option, so I do pop it on the turn A. I thought that maybe they had Butterfly available, but I probably should have realized, since I should have been paying attention because I had my ult so quickly, it was only me and Unicorn. So maybe I could have given it to Unicorn there. I don't know. Not necessarily a bad choice. I think we just kind of got overwhelmed no matter who I gave it to, but it did kind of get wasted there. But we held first point for a pretty long time. Flak Fort is definitely one of those maps where sometimes the first point just gets rolled immediately. So the fact that we were able to hold it as long as we could is pretty nice. So Methuss did technically get a buff in the last update. It's just that if you, I believe the only buff was that if you get a repair using your heal beam specifically, I don't think your regular repair works for this, you will revive people at, instead of the normal 800 HP, they'll be at 1000 HP, assuming they're a suit that has more than 800 HP, or I guess 1000 HP or more. And it's an okay buff. Gun Tank got the same buff, and I think it's far more effective for Gun Tank, because the thing with Gun Tank is, since your repair is super fast and also close range, it's way more likely that you're going to be getting that repair in the middle of combat. You just kind of dive in and get a repair quickly when people didn't think it was going to happen that quickly, or they ran out of ammo or something like that. So someone's already in the middle of combat, so extra 200 health can matter a lot more, while Methuss's heal beam repair is actually slower than standard repair, so it's pretty rare to actually get it in combat unless you're really doing a good job, or you and your teammates are doing a good job of drawing focus elsewhere. So I feel like more often than not, when you're getting the Methuss repair, it's probably because the person is in a safe spot already, and maybe you're, you know, standing in front of that area, preventing the enemy from getting in, dealing damage while you're getting repair. So it's still advantageous because you can take other actions while you're getting that beam repair, but I don't think that 200 health matters as much. But either way, it's still a buff. Not really the buff I would have hoped for Methuss. It was kind of, I did kind of like when we had the super strong twin shot for a while, and I think it's still stronger than it was at the start, but they did nerf that back down a bit. Right there, we are able to get the beam repair, and it was as the action was coming right in, so maybe the little bit of extra HP on the turn it did matter there. You can see here I'm playing in a bit of a defensive spot, hanging back here, just making sure I can heal up my teammates while I myself get more health. But there's one person on the point, so I'm debating whether I want to go back and defend the point or help out my teammates. I decide to go in the Gundam. I do get the twin shot, get him to half. Decide to drop my turret and run away. And I'm hoping the turret can protect in the meantime. This time I do drop my G maneuver on the Unicorn, hoping they can get some good damage going. But the Sosby G maneuver is also going at the same time. Takes me out pretty quick. I think my turret also went down there. Fortunate hiding in that little corner was not enough to keep him safe. And they're getting close to be able to get it now. Clock is running low, but we've really only got Ashmar on the point, and they're pretty low. They just went down. Looks like the sniper's going in, but good luck with that, especially faced with the Domalt. I just fly in, land in the back to try and contest, drop my turret, but I'm right on top of a Susan, which I didn't realize they had switched to. I'm going to die very quickly to that, and the rest of the team falls. Just Comfort left to contest. And with that, they are going to take the second point. So we held pretty long, almost pushed them into that overtime amount, but they are going to have a little bit of time left on the clock. And that does mean we're going to have to get both points to continue. So now going on to the offense, I did say I might switch, but I did decide to stick with Methuss this time around. I felt like I was getting a lot of good value out of it. But, you know, it's going to be harder to get good turret spots, and boy, do I love turrets. I sometimes joke when I'm playing Methuss that turret is my only friend, especially when I'm playing with a team that doesn't do a good job of sticking near me to get those heals. This team is doing pretty good, but I still am very appreciative of my turret buddy. One thing I actually do think was a missed opportunity is, you know how most suits, pretty much all suits, have where you can get skins for their weapons, but Methuss doesn't have that, and I guess it's because the beam pistols are kind of part of the suit, like, you know, they flip in and out of the arms. I feel like they still could have given skins to them, but they decide not to do that. But what they could have done instead is they could have given you skins for the turret, and I think that was a missed opportunity, because I would love to deck out my turret buddy in some cool looking skins there, but unfortunately not. And to be honest, it would probably nerf it because it actually does blend into the environment pretty well with the current skins it has, but I still think it'd be pretty fun to have some customization there. But no, he's going to stay his plain old just gray color, which does prove to be pretty effective. But we've got an A point already. It looks like someone actually stepped off it, but we do have A point already, so we got that fast push. Got almost a full 5 minutes to push into the second point, but this hill is always the tough part, isn't it? We'll have to see if maybe the sniper can get a headshot or two to push us through here. Might be able to get this pick on the gun tank. Just barely getting him. He goes around the corner. Don't know if my Conqueror was able to finish the body, though. And this Mahir's keeping us pushed back. We got another one, though. 2 down. Sosby's being a little over-aggressive. Got him as well, and that's 3 down. We should take advantage of this. Push in quick while we have the chance. Looks like their sniper took out our Barb. Oh, I actually got our Ashmar as well. That's going to slow things down a bit. Trying to stick with gun tank here, though. Surprised that twin shot actually did not connect with that Mahir. Looked like it was head on, but the gun tank walks up next to me, and my gun tank was a little bit far forward, so I decide it's time to run away, especially since I didn't have twin shot available to potentially turn that around. But at the very least, we do seem to have gotten past the hill. I've got my turret still sitting up there to kind of defend, but I think we're going to move up the turret now that we're more on the point itself. Gun tank is down. Haven't put it down quite yet. I think I'm forgetting that I have my turret. Decided to put it down now. We're getting some time on the point, but we got to get to that 25%, and I was hoping gun tank would come over to me, but I think they're a little bit scared. Not sure if they were right idea or not. Looks like my turret got taken out. Even though I was able to get that health point, I get hunted down by Confer. And fortunately, not 25% yet, and the percentage is ticking down. I don't think we're going to have enough people to contest right away, but we should still have the hill taken at least at this point. So we'll save ourselves some time there. That can be a big time loss when you lose the hill and can't get it back again. But we're still kind of diving in. People are dying. Ashmar goes down. I am able to finish off the Confer at least. So they don't have as big numbers. But Sosby coming in. Got me really low there, down to 2 HP. Gun tank's doing their best. But gun tank versus Sosby with the shield up is tough. But with a little bit of teamwork, they are able to take him down. But now we are pushed back from the hill. Maybe Confer can hold it. But we've lost about 2 minutes now, and still not even 25%. So still 2.5 minutes is good, but no percentage yet. Looks like we got a couple kills, but no one is able to contest still, so it is still empty point. Just gotta take out this Gundam. He's pretty low. I gotta get my turret in a good position again, put it there. Not bad. I don't think that's the best position for it, because it is kind of right in their line of sight as they come around the edge. But Guntank, G-Maneuver, not able to get out of the way in time, takes me out. Actually didn't kill my turret. I figured with where it was going off, it'd get both of us. The rest of my team is still there. We did get over 25%. Might be able to get 50 as well. Turret friend is still on the point. Unfortunately, it cannot contest. But it's shooting away. I'm still getting those hit markers while I'm running back to the point. And it does die now. But Sniper gets another kill. Guntank and I are coming. I do have the G-Maneuver ready. This is, like I said, this is one of my favorite targets for it. Turret down again, but I'm not actually sure where Guntank went. They're still alive, and they're with me now. Hopefully we can take out the Susan. Turret almost got him, but he just managed to flip away. And Comfer misses the G-Maneuver. That's good, at least. But he does take out our Comfer either way. Guntank and I have high ground. Gonna go ahead and pop the G-Maneuver. This is a good spot for it. But Comfer's flanking. I get really low. We do kill the Comfer. I gotta pop in and get a heal. I'm hoping Guntank is still taking advantage of that ult, though, but it looks like he's actually playing a little bit defensive. Practically at full HP. Maybe he's scared of the Sazui G-Maneuver a bit. Sazui does go down. I'm getting bounced up into the air by a friendly sniper jump pad. I was a little bit annoyed by that. I thought I was gonna get shot out of the sky after getting launched up. But now we're on point. 2 of us getting some time. 3 now. If we can take out the Susan, we'll be able to get the time going up pretty fast. Looks like we are over 50. And we, oh yeah, we got less than a minute left. So this push, really hoping we get something off of it. And actually surprised I got hit by that Mahiru detonator there, and that mortar shot. But I decided to put down my turret, back up a little bit, keep getting the heals. Most of the team is still alive. Ashmar does get picked, but we don't have a lot left to get. Susan goes down again. I really like this spot for the turret, just right on the corner lungs and get hit, but I think Mahiru may have destroyed it right there. Put down a fresh one, and that is enough. So we had a lot of time to get that second point, and we were able to get it, but not with as much as of a buffer as I would have hoped. We are going to come ahead with a slight lead and going into the overtime rounds. Since we did have the point lead, we are going to be able to defend first. In overtime, they only have that minute 30 to come in and get the point. And last time, we were able to hold them pretty well on the first point. I think we held them for close to the full first point time, so I'm pretty confident we can keep them out for just a minute and a half, but if they get a couple kills, they can steamroll us. It's definitely possible. They get one there, but I'm going to go ahead and get the repair on Guntank. We're trying to push up this left side. Looks like we traded 1 for 1. Sosby goes down. And we definitely got numbers advantage at the moment. Looks like they're a little bit too spread out with these pushes here. I think if they grouped up more, and maybe pushed all with their Sosby, they wouldn't have to worry about the sniper as much as well. They do have their counter sniper. Thankfully, I haven't been hit by that yet. I've also got my turret in that nice little bridge spot. Hopefully that will provide a little bit of cover fire as they're going through the middle. It looks like they're opting for mostly the left side again, I think. Here comes the flank. Our sniper does win the sniper duel. I put my turret outside here. Not the best spot, but if they do push into us aggressively, it is going to get some shots like right now. Almost get the repair on Unicorn, but Sosby has that axe still available. He manages to run away, and my G-Maneuver is up. Guntank is still alive. Just used the core fighter to take out their Guntank, but here they are pushing the corridor. Sosby G-Maneuver going. I just decided to pop my G-Maneuver on the first person I see, get on Ashamar. I don't even, it looks like I think they already punched before that, so we didn't need it. But they're coming in a little bit here. I twin shot myself for some reason. Confer actually gets a double kill with the G-Maneuver, but it's not enough. No one is able to contest the point, and we were able to shut them out. So now all we need to get the win is just 25% on the first point. Let's see if we can do it. All right, final overtime round. Back on the offense, still sticking with Methuss, and we got a minute 50 to make this happen. Last time we did it pretty quick. We'll see if we can do it again. We have a pretty aggressive team with the Barb and the Conf. We're going to try and stick with them, but I do actually split off here. Want to put my turret in that little cubby there. That can also be good because a lot of low health people try and slip down into that area to get the heals, like if that Mahiru had dropped down there right then. And then the turret can possibly finish them off, but we're already getting them pushed back a bit, so this may not actually be a spot where they ever go. I do decide to link up again with my teammates here on the right side. Looks like they're holding back pretty far on the left. They do take out our Ashmar, but they drop to the low ground, able to get healed. Their heavy arms get sniped. Mahiru's flying through the sky. Do take him out as well. I'm just gonna go ahead and push him pretty aggressively here. Another one down. Only got a few left. I was getting hit in the back there a little bit, so I decided to fly over the top. Do take out the Confer and just go for the regular old repair on the sniper, because that's a little bit faster and there's no one around. Dom's gonna try and contest. I don't think any of them built their G maneuver yet though, and no one's able to be on the point in time. In a quick final overtime round, does get us the win.
Another one for the record books. That was great. Who's ready to go again?
And we were able to get the Methuss MVP. Despite playing a little bit more defensively, it did work out. I think getting those long lives and lots of heals helped contribute to that. And like I said, this is one of my favorite Methuss maps for a reason. It works out well here. So hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing some more Methuss gameplay, even if it didn't get a whole lot of changes going to this season. But it's a suit I always love to come back to and play a little bit. But that's going to be all for this time. As always, thank you everyone for watching. If you want to see more, you can stay tuned here on YouTube or also watch me live on Twitch. So thanks again, and I'll see you next time.